We're live. Hey everyone, welcome to the show, to Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live. Sorry, let me turn down my volume on my iPad because don't want to make it echo like a mofo. So, welcome to Saturday Night Live, and actually it might not echo if I'm the only one on, maybe. Then I can hear what I'm saying since the lag, but so yeah, anyways, welcome. Hi, how's it going? I'm alone today. We'll let people come in. I see that Gammy's pretty much the only person. Oh, I got two people now. Maybe it's me and Gammy. Don't forget to hit those thumbs ups when y'all enter. Show me some love since I'm doing it by myself tonight. Hi, Gammy. Hi, Will. How's it going? Like, that's funny, Gammy. Preemptively, I didn't buy anything today. I did not either, Gammy. I'm kind of proud of myself that I did not buy all the diamond paintings I would have liked to have got off at MDD's sale. But that's just it was a little too much, even with the Zelle or ForPay, however you want to call it, to put into my budget. So budget's pretty tight. So, but I did find some alternative sources that I can get some nice looking paintings thanks to Kiki. So thank you, Kiki. Hey, Muttnuts, how's it going? Okay, Muttnut said they're all, hey y'all, here but working and listening. Been crazy day. Heat is killing me. It was 95 today with heat index of 103. Ugh. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Yeah, Gammy said Abraham was nice, but too much. Did anybody add anything to their wish list if they didn't buy anything? Or did you buy anything? Or do anything fun? Or do anything at all in this heat? I mean, even that's doing anything at all is kind of hard, even so. There's no echo, is there? I hope, or you can't hear my other talking, hopefully. That's coming through YouTube. Oh, Nancy says hi as well, and that she'll be lurking because she's at the probably, I'm guessing she's at her grandson's game because that's basically what she said. And thanks, Nancy, for these cute. Let's see if I can show. There we go. That shows it a little better. These cute little duckies. They're like basically the little sponge pad things to use for your AB drills. So the little top comes off, and inside you wet the little sponge, kind of like they used to have for the stamp lickers, so that you wouldn't have to lick the stamp before they had adhesive on them. That was like pre-licked, basically, pre-moistened. And then there's this cute little green glowy one she got me too. I don't know if the green cut doesn't come through that great, but it's kind of like a neon green jade color. And it's really cool because she gave me like a bunch of extra little sponges too. So that's pretty awesome. I really appreciate that little happy mail, Nancy. And I already tried it out on the ABs and it works really, really well. So really appreciate that. And because of the magnet on the bottom, it sticks on my little, I use big binder clips to hold my diamond painting on my light pad and then on my foam board that I put on my lap desk. And it just sticks right on there and I can just go boop, 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 boop. And then, oh, hi, Jelly. That was Jelly. Saying an extremely close hello. She's all like, why can't I be in your lap right now? I'm like, you can be, but you just gotta simmer down. Oh, and Diamonds by Will said he added the Lubka to the wish list from Dak. That's pretty cool. Anybody see anything from any of the websites you added today? Excuse me. Oh, and don't forget that Nyxs Notions is still having their 20% off sale until the 26th or the 28th, basically at the end of the month. 20% off of everything except that mystery putty box, because it's already a steal of a deal. I mean, like, crazy good deal on that. Let's see, let me go to that Etsy real quick. I'm not as awesome with the links as Anita is, but I will get them for you. She's like amazingly quick with the links. Let's see, and I think Muttnuts is the only person that's a moderator here right now, unfortunately. So let me try to get this for y'all. Nope, hello. And I just wanted to let everybody know that the reason I'm by myself singing that song, all by myself. Anyway, Anita is unfortunately had a not fun at all heat injury this week, and she's in the hospital. Hopefully being taken well care of, because it's her local one. I'm pretty sure. Haven't really had much updates. I mean, she's doing okay. They tried to kick her to the curb, but we wouldn't she didn't let them, thankfully, because she knew she still needed further care. And thankfully, those of us that are on Medicare can exercise that right, that they cannot make you leave the hospital sooner than you should just because they want to make the most money possible. So they're giving her, they're replacing her potassium, I'm hoping, because her potassium's still low. And I mean, they need to not mess around with that, because that's probably a big part of why she got the heat injury, is because her potassium was low. And then I can pretty much extrapolate in my brain how things probably went, but I don't want to go into everything. So, let's see here. And so please send love, prayers, healing energy, and all the good juju to Anita in the hospital so that she can get healed really well and quickly and come back to us. And hopefully I didn't mess up in numbering the whips. I don't think I missed any, but because I did recheck it a few times just to make absolutely sure. And we just hope that Anita gets well, and that we wish her all the love and support that she needs. And I really, really hope that she's getting decent care instead of her having to fight for every little thing she needs, because that's beyond exhausting when you're in the hospital, because I've been there, done that a few times, and have a few t-shirts. So, hi Tessa, hi Bonnie, hi Erin. Sorry, I was a little behind on greeting folks. Yes, Bonnie, sorry. I should have waited maybe a little bit longer to update people, but the reason I'm by myself is because Anita had a heat injury this week, and she has low potassium right now, so they need to replace that, and hopefully are doing that in the hospital, and hopefully she'll be back with us soon, like hopefully by next week. But she's going to need some time to rest and recover and heal, and so please, if we could send healing prayers and thoughts and wishes and energy her way, and all the love and support she needs, then that would be great. And we can basically talk about whatever y'all want tonight. So, hit me up with if you got any questions, topics of concern, anything. I'm here for you. I'm here to answer your questions. I'll pretty much answer any question you ask me. Just, be prepared for the answer, because I don't sugarcoat it usually. I'll try to think of how to make it sound nicer, but it's not always easy. Often not easy, especially when autistic/ADHD, so ADHD. Oh, hey, Robbie, on your dad's computer. Okay, I think I greeted everybody else, though. Thank you, Love and Sparkles. Hi. And thank you for praying for Anita. And thank you, Gammy, for sending best wishes for Anita as well. And Erin for sending love and prayers to Anita. I'm sure she appreciates all of them, and I appreciate you all for sending them to her. Okay. So I thought my maniacal wah wah. I thought we might have a diamond painting party perhaps tonight. I'll see if that's doable. Because I am on that newer type program, I think, that we're trying out. Oh, and I have this awesome little dragon here to show you. Well, I don't know if it's showing the colors that great. Oh, there we go. It's picking up some of it. And I'm like, come on, show the good stuff. Like maybe if I put it against my skin instead. It's like, it's a really pretty, like, beautiful green here at the head and the body and at the top of the wings. And then it's like a beautiful kind of olive-y color, like olive green that's below that green. And that hits the rest of it, and then it's got the pretty bling bling too. I think it's showing up a little bit better now. So I think this one's listed as the teal, but it's basically a mix of like different little greens to make it look kind of tealy / green. Maybe it shows better. Yes, like maybe it show better. Oh, Jelly. Okay, come here, but sit in my lap, honey. Stop moving the broadcast. So Jelly apparently wants to say hi. You see her like bonita tail. It's very floofy. This be Jelly. She does not like when I do this, as you can see by her grumpy looking little face right now, but she's so cute. It's hard to resist. So she's a Balinese kitty, which means she is less allergerific is what I call it, because she makes less of that FeLD1 allergen that is what people are usually allergic to when it comes to dogs and cats and whatnot, but especially cats. Yep, I remember Robbie from last week, from when you came on your dad's computer. We appreciate you being here. How did you do darts today, Robbie? How did that go if you did? Oh, cool. Mutt Nuts, you got a dragon too, and yours is blue and green. That's awesome. I would like a blue-green one too. I got that with my last order for Nyx's Notions. That's a good one. And then, ooh, I can show you these other ones that I got in. I already had one of them. I had this one. I'm going to take out my little trash bins so I don't put, well, kind of got some trash drills other than that in there anyhow. So inevitably some drills are going to go on Jelly. But this is the Motley Dragon Confetti Carousel. Hello. There goes one of the little Ys. But so like the green ones, it didn't come with. It came with these blurple looking, because they're like a blue purple color. Because it's like the blues on the bottom of the tray, and then it's like green is printed on the very because it's a colorway that changes color. So it's got like blues, pink, a little bit of pink, greens, but I try to go for the colorways that have a little less pink, honestly. So then it's like a yellowish green color that kind of printed here on the top. And then you've got like this like beautiful like medium green that printed for the Y, which is the little pen holder. So it goes like book. I'm like, oh, apparently I dropped the other one. Yep, sure did. And then, so there's these tiny little slots in there, that these little square slot that you put the little post in, and then it'll hold your pen right there on top of the tray. Like I can use my med container to kind of demonstrate. Won't be the best demonstration, but and then I love that you can take these P-Rose out and use them. This is the Emerald Isle color of green silk. Oh. Okay. Oh, and looks like Robbie plays darts on Tuesday. Well, good luck on Tuesday, Robbie. I hope you whoop their tails. And hopefully don't put a dart in anybody's tail. But beautiful colors. And then, yeah, this is going to fall out anyway, so I'm just going to take out the Y part. And then I love the purple color that's at the back of it. Like, wish it would have printed that. And then this really pretty green. And then you see it comes with like these little gripper feet at the bottom that are like rubber. So it doesn't slide off of stuff as easy. So if you're like me and you're clumsy, little uncoordinated, you know, you accidentally wipe it with your arm, you don't wipe it off the table or the bed, thankfully, because that sucks. That's a freaking huge mess to clean up. But if you are like me in that way, that turntable lid comes in really, really freaking handy because look, it just won't drop the stuff out. And then this is another version of the Motley Dragon. I do like the Motley Dragon colorway, so I went with that again. And this one printed like a brighter orange this time. Yeah, hello. Printed a brighter orange and a pretty brighter green too, like that one that was on the bottom of the trays. And then I got that pretty bright green that came through again on the actual little P-row trays with like that orange on the bottom. Oh, that's showing the best color. But and then you see it's kind of like a strawberry-ish color right here. And then like this was the stackable one though, so you see there's no turntable on the bottom. It's that really pretty green. Really pretty green. It's just it's a lot prettier in person. It's like a beautiful medium bright green. It's showing really probably because the sunlight that's coming through the window is washing it out a bit. But you know, like a lot of content people will say like, oh, it's just the color's not showing through that well, like especially when you're talking about crystal shows. Yeah, that's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. And then in my last order I got this pretty, because I really needed another color of, I love like all the dark colors mostly, so I love getting those, but oh, welcome back, Muttnuts. So this is the Sunshine Yellow. It's like a bright, pretty yellow. It's like, it's kind of a light, bright yellow. I'm trying to show it without blinding you. But that's kind of more of a truer color of it that it's showing now. But it's the silk color of it. And it came with the, I don't have the lid on it right now, but I bought the 18-piece P-row set. So it came with the 6 lids, the 6 trays, and then the 6 plugs, which I love these plugs because although it's funny because they're so clear, I forget to take them out sometimes when I'm shaking them back into my little drill bin. So that's always entertaining. Oh, but then because I had 2 orders that I did, because one of them was with my prize. But this is the Wisteria Lane color, minus the yellow ones. This is the Wisteria Lane colorway, which is really freaking pretty silk. And they don't print them in a lot of the silks, so it's nice that we could get this one. And I think Vampire's Desires might be... No, it's probably matte. Most of the matte colors work really well for this, but so it's not very... I can have it. Not very many of the silks that are used for this because they are more brittle, as it was explained to me, and if you dropped it, then Mr. E wouldn't want it to shatter on you, and then you'd be unhappy, right? I'd be unhappy too. But like the tray's printed really pretty. Let me put it against this white one here. Really pretty. It's like a shimmery green with like the raised lines are like kind of this blue color. Like you see on the side of the tray where inside of the side where it's like that blue purple color, that striking purple color blue. That's what the raised lines inside are too, on the side. So it looks really, really cool. And then it printed that pretty green also on that whole top, the whole top. And then like when you change it in the light, when you shift it in the light, it looks like shimmery and different. It's really cool. Because like at first this looks green, but then when I shift the side, it looks like purple. It's hard to capture it in the light on the camera. Yeah, it's not picking it up as well as I would like. But basically what you're seeing it do on the inside of that tray there. Okay, can't get it to quite work out for my fingering. But that's what it's doing on the inside edge too. And then also like on the edge of that, it's that beautiful purple blue color. It's like, wow. And you got like the same thing that happens with these little trash bins too. It's very pretty. And it's got Nyx's Notions name on it, and it says confetti carousel, as I'm sure you saw. And it's nice because I got the stacking ones so that they could go on the actual turntable carousel and see it. It does still rotate on there, so you can always rotate it if you have them stacked. Excuse me. Sorry, dry throat. Hello, Stephanie. Checking in from work. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And don't forget to hit those thumbs up, y'all. Show me some love, please. I see there's 10 people 14 people watching now and 10 thumbs up. Thanks, Mr. E, for reminding them about the thumbs as well. I really appreciate you for that and for being the Oz behind the curtain. So, ta-da! That's my cute little stack. Woo! And then it rotates on the turntable, and it is fun. It makes a fun sound too. Oh, and then Nyx sends the little dragon. This little dragon came in this cute little package, little heart, with some stickers, because, you know, we all be loving the stickers. Oh no, I accidentally bent one of them. But, oh, hello, laptop. Okay, my laptop was weird, sorry. It decided to go, wonky. What the heck here, laptop? Why did video turn off? Stop video, and then see if I turn it back on, if it comes back. No, I don't want to reload the site. Stop it. Hello? Aw, what is up with this? That's weird. What? Why are you being so weird? Okay, now I can bring chat out. That's nice, but yeah, okay, great. I guess I'm gonna have to refresh because it does not want to show anything. I'm so sorry, y'all. It just shows the last image it has of me. Because it does not want to show anything. Okay, my video has been enabled. That's great. Weird. Okay. Here. Oops. Okay, now I'm trying to mess with myself. That's not cute. Okay, come on. High resolution. Okay, maybe not full. That's fine. Hmm. I was gonna say at the end, but I don't think I'm set up for it.
Okay, give her just a minute to get back in. Not sure what happened. Everything was fine here. Something happened on her end, but she has multiple devices if need be. Okay, here she comes. Oh, okay. Red, I do not see video on you. Okay, I saw you turned it off and on. I still do not show video. Does not sound like there's any sound from you either. Hmm. Did you by chance restart your browser, whatever browser you're using to connect with? Don't worry about it, Tijuana. We got technical issues going on right this minute anyway. Okay, oh, there she is. She's back. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Sorry about that, y'all. My laptop apparently didn't like me right now. It's trying to update while during the live. I'm like, I tried to stop it, but it wouldn't stop. So apparently it turned off the video for that reason.
Okay. Well, when it gets done and it's finished with its mood, if you want to use it and rejoin, I'll drop you back in.
Gotcha. All right. Hi, Tijuana Crafter. Sorry I missed you there. But thank you everyone for your patience. And so these cute little stickers came with the little dragon as well. Oops, sorry, let me put it this way. My phone's giving a little shadow now, but cute little dragon stickers. And you got this cute little blue one. And this other cute little blue-green one. Love dragons, so really, really glad I got dragon stickers. I mean, I would buy all the diamond painting and all the dragon things, but not everything looks cute that is that's out there, you know. Oh, and I got this this package from I had a little gift card from an event for Wolfgazer Studios, so I got one of their mystery bags. So, go unbox that. Oh, that's funny. Of course I get fuchsia. Okay, so yeah, it was the mystery bag special, which is $12, which came with the invoice and a little thank you card for supporting my small business. Doesn't have any like codes or nothing on it, just simply says thank you with pink kind of background behind it. So they gave me this like berry and like a dark berry color, I guess, like a maroon, and then it's like maroon print on a berry color. So I mean, it's a nice big size, so I mean that's good. It'll be good for all the little tools. Oh, and it comes with sticker. 2 sticker. Like 2 stickers. Oh, nice. So I got a little sunflower. It says "You are my sunshine." Sorry, I'm trying to not give a glare there. And then a little snail with a clock on it, which is kind of funny because it's like rather appropriate. Do, 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 do. Stickers. I was kind of hoping for the dragon bag because I could have got that one, but I should have probably spent the money on that if I really wanted that one. But I was trying to be economical and just see what the mystery bin gave me, because it's not like I didn't, that one, I don't even think that was on there for sale at the time, but I'm sure she just snags whatever she thinks works out. Oh, and I see Tijuana Crafter is working on her plants, or their plants rather. So I mean that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go water the garden and poke some seeds in some soil after the live is done, because so like this week I like my bags of potting soil and compost. Well, I say bags, one bag of potting soil was sitting there staring me in the face, along with the mushroom compost bag and the purple compost bag that I use for my mix. Plus I put in like other stuff like earthworm castings, and depending on what I'm using it for, I'll soak one of those $5 blocks of coconut core. So like the husk of the shells kind of thing, so that basically, because it retains a little bit more water but help. And then I put perlite for drainage, and homemade bone meal, where I like take the chicken bones after I make stuff with the chicken and boil the bones, and then I bake them in the oven, which I think when people are baking them in the oven, they're like doing it after they probably do bone broth. So I'm like, my bones aren't quite as soft as I think, kind of thing, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, hey, Sandy. Glad to see you. Hi, Nicole Moore. Oh, marigolds. Nice. Yeah, all my marigolds are pretty well established now, but I need to poke some more. What I did to the planting I was doing this week was I got some 5-gallon buckets from Lowe's, which if you do like 5 of them, that brings them down to like $4 a piece or something, or a little bit less than $4 a piece. So basically I got 5-gallon buckets for less than $20 with tax out the door, because since I got them from Lowe's and they do have that pretty blue color, they offer a small veterans discount, so I use that to basically help with the tax and stuff. Oh, Sandy said she lost internet for a while due to the storm. Sorry about that, Sandy, but we're glad to have you back now, or have you here rather. And I hope that you're doing okay. Sorry, the phone seems to be throwing a weird shadow on my face. I guess I could probably go back the other way to make that happen less. Not trying to give anybody weird vertigo, but I'm going to move around just a smidge, because I'm kind of sideways on my bed I was to use the laptop to get better light. I just move myself around just a smidge. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear this. So far, so good, Sandy. Good deal. But that's why I had my laptop. I was trying the laptop out, and then for this, and then that's why I had my iPad already going for the comments part of it, and then why I have my phone for the video portion, I guess you'd say. But anyways, yeah. So got the Lowe's buckets, good price, because like 5-gallon pots are like $20 almost and that's if you look at the nursery. And if you look at like Fred Meyer, which is part of the Kroger corporations or Kroger brand of chain, they're like $20 still, $25. So it's pretty cray. I was like, no thanks. I'm gonna go. I mean, and they're not like their food grade plant containers, so it's like, seriously, I'm not spending all that money on one freaking pot. It made the post I saw on Facebook Marketplace look really good for $2 pots that were like 5 gallons or more, but it was all the way up in like past Linwood, so I think it was like 30 miles from here, and I was like, yeah, no, does not warrant, because I mean, even getting my home health aide to drive me that's a lot of gas. And they only reimburse her like 70 cents a mile for whatever we drive, and I only get 100-mile, what do you want to call it? I only get 100 miles that I can use in a month with my home health aide. So, and I don't know what happens if you go over, but I mean, just going to the VA for an appointment, like we tried that last month, and that's literally like 24 miles apparently, from North Seattle to South Seattle where the VA is. It's round trip, it's 24 miles, which if you only get 100 miles a month, 4 appointments in a month can take out your whole kit and caboodle. So she doesn't drive me anymore. We take Access Transport when we go to my Friday appointment, any in-person, but they're usually on Friday appointments for acupuncture, because that's like one of the biggest things that helps me, is the only reason I ride the Access bus to go do it every time, because basically the appointment's at 2, and they'll come pick me up at like 12:45, like anywhere from 12:45 to 1:15, or a little bit later sometimes too. And then you'll be on it almost basically until the appointment time, because they'll pick up other people and drop off too on the way to your appointment basically. And yeah, you can get there late sometimes, which sucks, because one time they went to the Harborview Eval Center for Access to pick someone up, and their radios often don't work, which is extremely annoying. So they have a tough time communicating to tell them that the bus is there so they can meet up with the patient. So we ended up waiting 30 minutes one day, and that made me 30 minutes late to my appointment. Oh, hey, look, Anita signed into chat. She says hi, everybody, and hi to me. Hi, Anita. Hope you're feeling okay today. I was telling everybody that you had you were in the hospital for heat injury earlier, and that you had some low potassium that hopefully they're replacing, and that we all wished you. I was asking everybody to send you good wishes and prayers and healing energy and all the good juju. She said she's feeling so, which is better than utter crap, at least, but still not great. So I hope that you do heal very quickly, Anita. And please take it easy this week. Everybody's saying hi to you, Anita, in the comments. Anyways, sorry, little. So, and then when I get done with the appointment, sometimes I get picked up like right away, like at 3:30, between 3:30 and 4, but sometimes there's no ride window available until like 5, so I just have to wait at the VA after my appointment until like whenever they show up, basically. But at least I can wait inside mostly until, because they have like this little app you can use to track the bus, to see when it's going to come, so that you can basically come out as it's arriving instead of having to wait out in the heat like the whole ride window, because I did that a couple times, and almost passed out. One time I did pass out, that sucked. But anyway, that was during World Cup though, like, and basically, and it was a taxi. It wasn't even an access bus. It was a taxi that was supposed to pick me up from HopeLink. And they never showed up until like 10 minutes before the appointment was supposed to start, because that's how bad traffic was during World Cup here. But anyway, so back to the planting part. So I made my potting, my soil mix, did all my little amendments that I do, and I have this big bin that I do it in. It's probably almost the size of the bin that Nyxs, I imagine, sends out with stuff. But anyway, so it's like it's a really huge bin, like that you have to lift with your whole body basically if it's full, and especially if it's got water. I've actually watered the mix because I'm going to use it all. But I got the 5-gallon buckets, and then I drilled holes in the bottom with the drill. I'm like, rear, that sound. And then we play charades here because I can't always find the words, so that's the thing. Come on, iPad, be a friend. Don't be super laggy. But anyways, that gives us the drainage holes in the bottom of the bucket. So I mean, basically makes it like you need it, right? And then I usually take, I make my own screens, and I had to make rather a bit of an expensive one for the casement window in my kitchen. Luckily, I already had a roll of screen material, and so I just had to buy everything else. Oh, and I had the little screen, like crappy screen tool that you use to push it in. Yeah, I have to do a combo Tijuana because Tijuana said I have to plant in pots because they only have small space. I have a bunch of space. The soil isn't good, so I'm really, really working on amending it quite a bit over the course of the season. And then, of course, at the start of the season, I put like 6 or 7 bags of really good compost that I love on the garden and spread it around the whole thing, plus added bone meal and blood meal. Superphos, I think is what it was called. Superphosphate, like little from Lily Miller, little granules of that to release in. It's like a 0.45-0. And then I also use like potassium as well. I messed up a little bit and I didn't add in any lime because the pH was about what I needed it to be, so I figured I didn't need it for that reason, but then I forgot the other reason. You use dolomite or sweet ag lime, one of the two. Dolomite lime gives you magnesium and calcium, besides other things, besides helping to lower the pH raise the pH of your soil, as in like making it less acidic, make it go more towards basic or neutral at least, because where the onions are growing in the garden, it is very acidic, as in like I think it's a 5. I didn't realize that onions acidified the soil so much. Oh, and I see Anita says, I wanted to pop in to say hi. I'm going to go back to sleep. Chat later. Don't forget your thumbs up. Thank you, Anita. And I hope you get some good rest, hon. And enjoy hopefully AC and everything. Hopefully the care is good as well. Wishing only the best care for you. And Gammy says good night, thinking positive thoughts. But anyways, so yeah, I did a bunch of amendments is the point. And then I also do different fertilizers every 1 to 2 weeks in the garden. But like I said, I forgot about the lime part. And so now I'm getting like the zucchini my landlord had planted in there. She has like 3 big zucchini plants. And they grew really well because I put like a bunch of nitrogen in the soil. And then after the nitrogen rounds, I put in more bloom, and then plus this other couple of homemade fertilizers mixes to do the potassium. Oh, Anita says she's too cold. Dang, well that sucks. Hopefully they can give you some more blankets. maybe call engineering to get your room temp adjusted if the thermometer on the wall, the thermostat on the wall won't do it. Because like sometimes in the hospital when I worked, I'd have to do that because like no matter what I did, the thermostat would not correct the temperature of the room. Call engineering and they're like, oh yeah, it shows like 55 degrees. I'm like, nobody loves 55. Why are we doing that? So rude. Could we please adjust it to like 65, 67? You know, like let's not make it a fridge in here. We don't need to hang beef. We're trying to heal humans, not hang beef. So, but anyway, so in the buckets, I put my soil mix. Once I got it all mixed up, my home health aide was kind of laughing a little bit because I was like, yeah, it's kind of like bread. It's almost like doing a tuck and fold, or you know, where you'd like do the pull and the fold, because it's like how I end up mixing it a little bit like that. But so I was putting my tomato seedlings in it because I have a bunch of different tomato plants in the garden. On the side that faces the east, where it gets the first morning sun, because like my window faces east in the living room, and which is right across from the garden, and like just I can see it from my front door, and but they're not like producing a lot of fruit yet, and it's been pretty hot, so tomatoes love the heat. I mean, I have like some little tiny tomatoes on my Romas that are about that big, and some little tiny things on my Brandywine tomato now, thankfully. I think that's the only slicing tomato I'm growing right now, though. And then I got the one Roma that I got from the food bank, which was pretty cool. That they were giving out plants on different days that I went. It did get finished updating. It looks like Mr. E. I don't know if we want to mess with it or not, but I can just keep using my phone. I don't mind, because at least I know that one works and is reliable. But it's not producing as much as I would like yet. And so probably a bunch are going to come in at the same time, because the other two plants besides peppers that my landlord got was a cherry tomato called Sun Gold, which produced a couple so far that have ripened, like 3. And then there's a few more ripening right now on the vine, and it's got a bunch of green ones on there. And then something about candy, family candy tomato or something like that, which I'm not sure if that's just supposed to be like super sweet or not. Oh yeah, okay. So it says it did update. Restore. Anyway, but all of those, it's produced quite a few tomatoes that are medium size. They're like, I don't know, like the Sun Golds are like that. I don't know, probably like a little bigger than a quarter. And then I'd say like these candy ones are probably like, I don't know, like just small tomatoes, like bigger, like the size of 4 cherry tomatoes basically together. And then I've got a yellow pear tomato that's very easy on the gut. That I'm growing, and then San Marzano paste tomatoes and blush grape tomatoes that are also very tasty. And I got some even though they're like the soil was pretty devoid of any nutrients last year, I still got, and this year too, I did get a couple tomatoes that came in really late season last year. But I had just moved in here last year too, so I mean, all of my stuff was super behind because of that. So I can't really use my bedroom in this apartment because, I mean, I could if I was a deep sleeper, but I'm not. I'm a very light sleeper. And so my landlord likes to get up super early. I mean, honestly, I don't think she sleeps that much anyways. Like maybe a few nights a week she goes to bed early, like at 10 or something. But I mean, most of the time I'll hear her walking around like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, up to like 5 sometimes. And then if she does go to sleep, then she wakes up anywhere between, like if she's working, she's up at 6. But if it's not a work day, it's somewhere between 6 and 8. But she'll be all working in the kitchen for like a few hours usually when she wakes up. and that's right over my bedroom. So that's why I don't really sleep in there. I sleep in the living room, plus that's where the AC unit is. Yeah, it's on its last leg, but I'm working on trying to get it replaced. So, oh, and I did finally get another fan this week, so yay! That was good. Helped quite a bit to do the exhausting of the windows at night to cool down the place. But I still have to be careful because she had a friend over last night, so they were cooking like garlic and onions, like, and a lot of them, like super late into the night. So like 1 a.m. it had finally dissipated, so I could open the windows. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. And then, but yeah, the zucchini's starting to show blossom end rot. Like on the like I got 2 out of it, out of 1 plant of the zucchini. I got 1 off of each one, and then the 3rd one hasn't produced anything except for blossom end rot ones. So I put the last of my. I make my own calcium powder usually out of ground up eggshells that I cook in the oven when it's not hot as heck outside. And when I don't have a huge ant problem, and because I keep having to fight off these ants, and I got rid of them entirely while she was away on vacation for 3 weeks. So it makes me think that whatever my landlord's habits are bringing the ants in a lot harder, which really sucks. So I put borax powder around my entire, like half of the property here around the house, like right at the house line, so that hopefully if they try to come in further, they'll freaking get cut up and die. But anyway, eggshells, whenever I've rinsed them out and like just left them to dry on the counter before, has always attracted ants. Even though I take out like the little membrane and take out all the albumin, it still attracts them for some reason. So I can't really do that right now. So that's why I'm going to go with the dolomite lime or the sweet ag lime. Probably the dolomite lime though, because I think I also need magnesium, not just the calcium added. Because when I was reading up on the problem, it sounded like it was a two-pronged problem, not just one. So I put down the rest of my calcium powder, or quesaria, on around the base of it and watered it in for the zucchinis, and then for good measure did it for the rest of the squash plants too, because when I plant the tomatoes, the reason they're doing great and have no blossom end rot is because I put a bunch of that same powder in to the hole and then like, squidgel the dirt around a little bit. And then I put some worm castings in there too before I do that, and I mix it up a little bit, and then I put the tomato plant in the hole. And then I usually put a little bit more calcium powder on the top of it after I've put on the dirt, and then water it all in so that it gets a good start. But didn't do that with the squash. Now I'll know for the future to do the same thing. Didn't realize they needed it so bad, like so much like the tomatoes do. And I didn't realize our soil was of that. So I put the tomatoes in the buckets, and what I'm going to do to close that loop of the story is I'm going to use my bedroom as basically a grow room for not marijuana purposes, but for like vegetables that in the winter time I have a really hard time getting that I can eat, or they're really expensive, so it makes it to where I can actually get the resources I need basically. And so I had four of those tomatoes starts that were really nice looking, and so I put them into those 5-gallon buckets, and then I'll poke little holes for whatever depth I need for my seeds. I think they usually say it's like twice the length of the seed is how far you need to plant it down. But anywho, I'm just gonna poke them in the edges of the bucket, of those 4 buckets, so they can basically be my little seed starts, and then I'll just use forks to take them out when they're tiny seedlings before they develop an enormous root system, so that they're not the one, I can replant them into other smaller pots to grow and do their thing. But And then I also finally found some rue, like R-U-E, and I called. So now its name is Rue Jackman because it's some sort of like blue Jackman or something variety. I'm like, so now its name is Rue Jackman, kind of like Hugh Jackman, play on words there. And I repotted her up into a 2-gallon bucket with holes drilled in the bottom, and I put the little screen material on the bottom to make it to where the soil doesn't fall out of the bottom of the holes. And then I went to my Path with Art class this week on Tuesday. And they ended up assigning us, so like the week before we had brainstormed what the costume was going to look like for the fall ball for all. And this week we were basically not tearing apart, but like we gave portions of the outfit to each person. Like the teacher basically said, okay, well, this is part of the sleeve with this technique. Who wants to do this part? And like me, because I wanted to put spine smocking on the cape, I was like, I definitely want the spine smocking. I think I'm supposed to be helping with some other piece of it too, potentially the skirt maybe, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty, because it was a little bit confusing this week in class, because basically she was asking people to volunteer for portions, and then she was finally assigning the rest of them. And then it was like we were all kind of sitting there going, okay, what are we supposed to be doing now? Because it was like she was going around and figuring out our piece that we were going to work on with each one of us, like how we would approach even working on it kind of thing, so that we can look at the techniques and start practicing them on muslin, and then so we can transfer that later to the fabric we're going to work on. And then my teacher also showed us some fabric she had gotten from like thrift and stuff like that. And then she's going to bring the other stuff she got in next week with her. And then someone was having, I was already having a bit of a hard time because of how I felt because of the heat and all that. But thankfully the class is like earlier in the morning, which is good and bad because I'm not a morning person at all. So like the bus will pick me up for this 11 a.m. class. The access bus picks me up somewhere between 9:30 and 10 a.m. Usually it's a little bit more towards like 9:45 or 10, thankfully. And then they'll get me there anywhere from between like 10:30 to 11, basically. Sometimes, like the first class, they got me there 20 minutes late, which was a little like stressful, but it still worked out. And so I thought I might have been at risk for having potentially a meltdown, because everything was so overwhelming and I was already overwhelmed, but it wasn't me. Yay. It was actually the person next to me. Well, they were sitting across from me originally when we first came in, because we came in together like at the same time, because I don't know where they came from, but they basically, anyway, walked in at the same time. And I think they were already, I could already see signs that they were already kind of overwhelmed, or something was bothering them. And I think that they were putting in music, like, earbuds to like help like chill them out or something, or listen to something. And I feel like it wasn't working or something, or maybe I disrupted it because I was complimenting her on her handbags and her outfit, because they were both pretty outstanding. The purse she carries has this really cool pearl handle, like it's big pearls though, like big bluish, like big blue ones, kind of like they're almost Tahitian or peacocky. And then like another bag she has was like this really pretty tapestry roses on it. It was just really nice. And I had remembered seeing them the week before, and I hadn't said anything about it, so I was like, ooh, hey, I wanted to say your purses are both really excellent and very nice. And it was like almost like, I don't know, it was like they didn't take my compliment well or something. But so that's why I was thinking, well, maybe they're already having a not great day, and maybe that was just, I don't know, they just aren't great at receiving compliments either. I'm not sure. But when I had complimented them like on something the first week of class, they did just fine with it. But so like I said, maybe there was a lot going on that I didn't know about. I mean, because it's not like we're friends, so I'm not privy to their private life, and they're not privy to mine. And I just assume that there's always more going on with a person than what they're telling you, because there usually is with everyone. I mean, we don't walk around with little signs that say like, "This is what's going on with me today," you know, like you have an Etch-a-Sketch with like all what's up that people should be warned about. That would be really, really helpful. But, or like if we had little balloons over our head that said like, "This is what I'm dealing with right now, please be kind," that would be really great and helpful for so many people, I imagine. But then at the same time, people who are a-holes would definitely prey on that more. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, basically like class start, like, so she was across from me at the beginning, like before class started, and then I went to the bathroom and came back, and then she was seated like kind of by me, like one seat, yeah, like right next to me basically on my right. And I bring this air scrubber with me and I put it on my left side because I need it for everyone's fragrance. And it helps with wildfire smoke too, but really it's mostly for fragrance and pulling things out of the air that would otherwise give me some severe reactions and make it to where I wouldn't be able to go to in-person class, basically. Because this is my first time doing an in-person class, is this class, so this is like my third week of my first class in person. And I'm just trying to manage myself so that I don't have any meltdowns and like, or blow up on anyone or say anything that I don't mean or don't want to, which I think I've been doing pretty good actually so far with that. But I think the reason too that that plan has been working out well is because I did make a good plan, and part of it was going to those 2 open studios before the classes started so that I could familiarize myself with the building and how it functions, the people, etc. So everything wouldn't be new like the first day I went to my new class in a completely new place, new people, etc. That everything wouldn't be completely new at once. It's like kind of like settling in easier, if that makes sense. But anyways, and so it was weird because like one of the people that, because we have these creative mentors that help with the classes and they take attendance, and like one of them helps with taking notes for everyone so they can send like notes after class so that we can just be immersed and pay attention. But you can take your own notes too, but I notice sometimes when I do that, it'll take me out of, I won't be able to listen as well. So I'd rather just listen and take it in best I can with my audio processing issues and go from there, and then revisit the notes, and if there was any PowerPoint slides, revisit those later. But and then like the teacher will scanned and then sent to me the pages I needed out of the fabric manipulation book to do the pleating techniques that we were doing, so that was pretty nice too. So they're very accommodating as well. And this Path with Art, they also do Zoom classes. Like I'm in their Wednesday Zoom class right now too, as well as that Tuesday in-person class. The Wednesday one is on Zoom, like I said, and it's one of the veterans classes because I'm a veteran, Army. And all the veterans classes are, I believe, are free to all veterans as well. But the other classes, like the regular classes, are not, like, and by that I mean the ones not labeled as for veterans, are they're all, if you have an income of $37,000 or less, then you get the class and the materials all for free. I don't know what it is for if you make money over that and aren't a veteran. I'm not sure, but I know you can talk to like Path with Art, the programming people, etc., and see what they say. And their website is just pathwithart.org. And then if you go under classes or programming, it lists all the things they have. Plus they do those open studios, both in person and on Zoom. The in-person ones are on certain Fridays, and then the Zoom classes for the open studio are, which is open to everyone, whether you're in a class or not. If you're looking to get into classes, it's good to go check in with the programming people and say, hey, I'm interested, but I know you're in like the middle of classes right now, so I want to sign up for next semester when it comes out. but I'm interested in doing like open studio now, or like if you're interested in doing one of the choirs, they have like a veterans choir and they have a regular people's choir as well. And you can do that on top of the classes. And I think they'll give you like one in-person and one Zoom class, and they'll let you do the choir, and you can do workshops, which are like usually 1 or 2 sessions each. And they also have like jam sessions on top of the open studio too. So that's pretty cool. And there's always someone there to moderate, or not always to moderate if it's needed, but there's someone like for the Zoom one, there's always a moderator or a host, if you will, that helps if you need it. And then there's other creative mentors that are also in the Zoom to help if you need it as well. But there's like a chatty room and there's a quiet room with that one, and you can tell them which one you want to go to. Sometimes the chatty room the quiet room gets a little full, or the other one gets a little full, and you might have to go between, but they'll try to do your preference as much as possible. So, and the Wednesday class is a mask making class. It's actually called Mask Making for Invisible Wounds. So basically, we've been brainstorming for the last 3 weeks and they like in amongst all the supplies they sent like acrylic paint, they sent plaster, rolls of plaster material that like we would use for cast making, but you can use it on your mask to build it up or to put inside, do whatever you need to do with it to make the texture you need. They send like gesso plus modeling paste and gloss mediums on top, and then they like a packet of brushes, like that has like 10 different brushes in it. Just a bunch of E6000, like I think I got 3 little tubes of that. Just all kinds of little things with it, but then also she wants us to use, like found materials as well for whatever our concept is that we want to actually create. And like then she showed us like a lot of different examples of different kinds too. And then she has another cohort or class that just finished up that class in Oceanside, California. So she showed us some of their examples, but needs to get their permission to tell us what their explanation or their story was behind the mask. Because it is all very personal. So definitely I always approve if there's consent involved. That's always great. But I thought about making like one of mine have like maybe putting foam on mine or using the modeling paste to see if I can do it with it, but make it look like dragon scales. And then have pins in it, kind of like that Hellraiser guy does. Yeah, anyways, there's a whole lot of different stuff, masks that I thought about. But anyway, so like she showed us like ones around MST, which is like military sexual trauma or sexual assault, if you will. And like traumatic brain injuries and like depression and like what autism looks like, what like and then they did healing masks too, like what it looks like for healing. Like, so some of them did like ocean type themes, so they had like seashells and other things. And then some of them they had like turned the mask inside out, so like they're showing the back of it, the hollow part, as the thing. Like someone made one of the masks into a uterus to show their post hysterectomy healing. It was, like pre and then post. It was pretty interesting. So good classes they offer, and they offer good support and accommodations as well. If you can't use like a certain, or if you have like, hand issues or dexterity issues, nerve issues is also what I call that. They will give you, if you ask for them, they'll give you alternative supplies, because you can ask the programming person, like program at Path with Art, you can ask them what certain classes on their schedule have as like the supplies, and then they'll let you know what that is once they get it from the teacher anyways. like they have to wait for it to get it from the instructor, what their class supply list is going to be. Because I know that there's a couple people that are that I've been in some of my classes, especially the ones with Mary Mac, that and she's like an excellent, so freaking kind instructor, and will even give you like slowed down videos, because she knows Zoom, there's like often issues with getting it to slow its video down on the replay. So like she redid recording like just the skills parts of videos for me and a couple other people, because we really needed them like that, as an accommodation for us, which was like, that's the only teacher yet I've seen there that's done that, but it's incredibly kind. So, but yeah, I'm also going to grow, getting back to the plant thing, I'm also going to grow squashes, and then maybe a couple melons, like watermelon, because that's always hard to get a decent watermelon, even if you can't, like, you can find them, watermelons in wintertime, but they suck. They're like tasteless almost, and super expensive. So I'm hoping I can get some melons to grow in the pots, because I've been having a really hard time with getting the melons to grow in the soil in the garden. They have grown, they haven't grown any melons yet though. So the vines are there, just no cute little melons to give me any flowers for the melons even. My squash are finally giving, they have flowers. Excuse me. The squashes have flowers, and the zucchinis do. Mostly male flowers though, which is frustrating. But I've narrowed all the flowers down to just mostly a couple male flowers and like whatever the females are. But the winter squashes, they only have one female on them so far. So I'm waiting for them to mature so that I can take the male flowers and then do a little self-pollination just to make sure it works out. I mean, I do have plenty of pollinators come into the yard, literally. Be like, my flowers bring all the pollinators to the yard, and they're like, anyway. They love the borage apparently, because I did not realize that borage is exceptional in the fact that it keeps producing nectar, even if they drink a bunch of nectar from it. So I imagine that's why some of the bumblebees and other bees park close by on the cilantro, because they get a little sleepy and a little drunk from all the nectar, is what I read. But like borage will keep replacing the nectar until the flower's just completely tapped out. Not other flowers aren't like that at all. There's some that are, like I think the Nicotina flowering plant might be like that. But yeah, that's an exceptional flower for that reason. So I'm glad I have a lot of borage in the garden, and then the cilantro I keep leaving in there flowered because it bolted early. My landlord doesn't realize about cold versus warm weather crops, but she's learning, so it's cool. So she had planted radishes and cilantro, and they both bolted instead of putting their effort into what she wanted. But I was like, and she was starting to pull out the cilantro, and I was letting her know. I was like, no. After she did it a couple times, I was like, let's keep the cilantro, because one, it'll go to coriander seeds anyways, or go to seed, and then we can get the coriander from that. But also then we can replant the seeds later, and you'll just get your regular cilantro, which is what you want, rather, so you can dry it versus getting a bitter herb after it flowers. But the bees really love that one too. So do the parasitic wasps, especially. They go to that a lot. Sometimes the bumbles do, but mostly it's to rest on those, it seems. And then I've got some dahlias to bring, like one dahlia plant, but it's so productive. It's crazy. It's an apricot colored one. And then I've got a bunch of marigolds, like the French marigolds, that are super odoriferous, that some people don't like because they're so odoriferous. But they put good chemicals into the soil so that it prevents the vine borers and things like that from laying their eggs in the soil, but also from it kills them in the soil too, which is great. Love that. What I should have done is also beneficial nematodes this year, but those are like $50 a package, so I didn't want to just that's a lot of money to pony up when you're already doing a lot of money for garden amendments. And yeah, that's pretty much where my extra money's been going. I did kind of put off supplement buying to get more garden stuff, I will admit. I try not to screw myself too bad, but yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I know you do grow a bunch of different herbs in your garden too, Sandy. And I want to get a bunch of more different medicinal ones. Like I'm gonna cold stratify some mullein seeds here soon, probably tonight, and put them out soon so I can get some mullein, because that's super great for respiratory and pain and other things. It's really great for healing. I just got a comfrey plant a couple weeks ago, and I put it in the ground, but it's not really happy where I put it. I think it's just way too nutrient devoid in the area that I put it, but it's the only area that has like a division wall, like little stone wall, so that the comfrey can't go into the garden. So, but I might have to dig that one up and move it because it's not very happy. It's kind of showing signs of stress with powdery mildew on its leaves, and I'm just like, oh, poor baby. And then what other pollinator? Oh, and then I planted calendula because dual pronged. It gets all it's an aphid trap too, besides the nasturtium. I also have nasturtium out there for that reason, which one of them is being like so prolific. Oh my goodness, that thing is like halfway across the garden right now. It's throwing such a trail of runners. It's crazy, but doing really good. So I'm proud of it for it. But nasturtiums are also really great to eat in salads and otherwise too, and it has good medicine. So I basically like to grow things that I don't like to grow things that are only pretty. I like to grow things that are very much purposeful, because otherwise I won't take good care of them. I mean, my snake plants I take okay care of. Thankfully, they're very tolerant of not great care, because sometimes I forget them. Like, I forget to bring them into the living room to get all the light. But I'm about to repot those soon, because they need a refresh. And I think they're done pupping now, so I can figure out what needs to get moved. So, but I've got 3 nice big snake plants, so they help with the air quality as well. And then there's thyme and oregano and basil, and then I just put in the garden already, and then I put sage in there this year too, 2 different types of sage, like purple sage and tricolor. And then I also put, what's that other one? Oh, yarrow as well. And I got some zinnias to also attract pollinators. So I got a lot of pollinator action because of that, all those flowers. Oddly enough, because I guess I haven't done all that with the strawberry bed of my landlord's. She doesn't get as many strawberries because of that. She needs to... I did put some calendula and one borage plant over there, but it really, really hates it because it's so acidic. So I guess I'm not going to be able to leave it unless I do like borage in a pot over there to attract the pollinators. But that would get us better strawberries. Not that I see them, the squirrel gets most of them. So I need to get organza bags to put on the strawberries so that I can actually have some. Oh, Sandy said she has hibiscus growing now. Yeah, have to redo your hollyhock next year. Yeah. Oh, I just got some sea holly seeds, and I'm going to plant those. They're supposed to be blue flower spikes, so that should be interesting. Got those soaking. And then I got some blue Hubbard seeds. Those Hubbard squashes get really big, but we'll see how that works. Don't know how it's good. I'm gonna plant them now so that I can hopefully get a harvest before the frost comes. But I'm also wondering how that might work out in my bedroom, since the squashes can get up to like 50 pounds. So I don't know. But I'll grow a few in buckets. I plan to grow a few of the squashes that I really like too, and then one of the cucumbers that I really like, the long Japanese ones. So, but then I'm also like, okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to get PVC pipe to like make my little hoops, basically, you know, for the trellis for in the bedroom, because it's not like I'm going to be able to let them just grow all over the bedroom floor, you know? That would be a little freaking weird. Oh, Nancy said she has sun sugar tomatoes going. Love them with some Italian dressing. Yum. That sounds good. Oh, and then she has, my landlord also has like a bunch of garlic and onions in the garden. And then I got her another packet of garlic chives, because the last chives that we put down, they didn't, none of them came up. I know they said that they have intermittent germination, kind of like Nigella seeds do, but dang, none of them came up. But I also don't know where that seed packet my landlord gave me came from either, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, sorry we've been talking about gardening so much. My bad. Like, I was just kind of talking about my week, really. And then Friday I went to acupuncture. And like weird stuff kept happening with my rides with Access this week, because rides I had already booked got like changed or canceled randomly by the system, which was definitely gave me some bit of a panic attack on Thursday night, because I signed into their app at like 7 p.m. on Thursday night, like before my Friday ride was due for acupuncture. And because I had this weird feeling, because like on Wednesday when I called to make the ride for the return trip for Friday, I had weirdness already happen with the app, as in when I signed into it to check my trip I'd already made to go to the VA from my house on Friday, it wasn't showing up at all that it was already scheduled. It was just no trip scheduled for this week. And I was like, sorry, come again? What? So that's like when I called on Wednesday to make the ride, that's why I verified with the guy, the scheduler, that, because I said, hey, I made a trip for Friday to go to the VA, but for some reason I can't see it anymore on the app, so could you please verify that for me? And that if it exists or not, because if not, we need to definitely create that right again too. And I'm glad that I asked that question, because he did say it was there, he could see it, and that it showed it was going from my house to the VA on Friday at such and such a time for pickup window. And I was like, okay, great, that's exactly what I need. and then he said, okay, but do you want to ride back from the VA? I was like, yep, I sure do, and that's why I'm calling. And he was like, okay, let's get that done then. And so he did. He scheduled that second ride I needed so I could get home, because the app would only let me try to do it one time, and when I messed it up one time and had to cancel it, it was like, nope, you don't get any other chances, sorry. So I was like, okay. Every time I tried, even when I tried it like a day or two later, it was basically telling me, you've already tried to do this before, you can't do it again, call the schedulers or customer service to book. So I was like, okay, got it. But then when I looked at the trip on Thursday night at 7 p.m., like I was saying, it was super crazy. Then it showed like I didn't have a trip from my house to the VA. It only showed 2 trips from the VA to my house. But one was the right time for when I needed my pickup window, but it was showing that I was going from the VA to my house. And I was like, that's not right. And the only reason I knew it had happened was because I didn't get the text message, but my home health aide, who was sitting next to me, got a text that said, your Access trip has been scheduled with Yellow Cab. Your pickup window is 12:30 to 12:45. And I was like, oh, that's weird. That's like even 15 minutes before. And then it said from the VA Medical Center. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, one, that's a weird pickup window, because that's 15 minutes before my pickup window even normally opens, so it would get me there like an hour and a half early to my appointment. I was like, ugh. I just don't love hanging around in disease vector areas, because, I mean, it is a hospital with an ER and, you know, units and everything, so, I mean, sick people are walking around, besides people getting treatment for all kinds of other things. So it's like, okay, sure. So because she got that text message and then it was so weird, I ended up calling dispatch because you can only schedule your rides until 5 p.m. the day before your trip. So with it being Thursday at 7 p.m. my time, Pacific, the call schedulers and customer service weren't there anymore anyways, nor was rider services. The only person that is there is dispatch, because they take the calls from the drivers if we're not waiting outside basically right when they get there, or a couple minutes after, because they know we'll see it on the app a lot of times and then come out. They'll call into dispatch, and then dispatch will call the rider and say, "Hey, where you at? your bus is there to pick you up, but you're not there. Where you at?" And sometimes we are there. It's just literally they didn't see us for some reason. But because like I'll be looking at the bus from my doorway, or like right from under the carport, walking to the bus, which is maybe 50 feet away. No, 100 feet. 100 feet. And they're just thinking that because this is a different address than my neighbor's, because I use my neighbor's address because it's like literally right next to the driveway. But if I put my house number, they go up at the top of the hill, which is steep as heck, and then I'm like super short of breath and not feeling good by the time I get on the bus, which is not great. So that's why I do that. But yeah, so anyways, weirdness. But so I called dispatch and I explained the situation, which he was definitely not very nice. Some condescension and hella attitude about it, because he acted like I was the one that did I was the one that was the perpetrator of that. I was like, sometimes I do fat finger things and I have accidentally canceled it one time, but I said I got it changed by rider services when that happened, and I've never done it. I was like, I couldn't have canceled that because haven't been in the app for the last 2 days. So I mean, or since Wednesday, like when I made my ride, when I verified with the scheduler then, because the app was messing up on that day as well. So when I explained to the guy, then he was slightly less a-hole-ish. And then, but he kept saying like, well, I can't do anything without a call review. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, and he was just saying the same thing over and over. And I was like, what does that mean? I was like, you can say that as many times as you want, but I have no idea what that actually means. So could you explain to me what that means? And I know dispatch is busy as heck because they're usually only one or two of them there for all of the different buses to call into and to coordinate stuff for, So he was like, it means that we review the call that you had to schedule the ride, and if basically we can confirm that everything was fine when you did the call, but like the problem happened later, then I don't know what would happen. But he said like basically we'll just review the call and see if we can change it then. And I was like, okay, that's what I need. Great, please do that. And then it was really weird because you would think that they would just give you a time frame of when to call back then automatically, but the dude was like, okay, well, it's going to take a while. And I'm like, what kind of time frame are we talking? I mean, like, how long will it take? I was like, what kind of time frame do you need? I was like, is it going to be like more than a day? Because like my appointment's tomorrow afternoon, and King County Metro does not do anything very quickly. So that's why I was like, uh-oh. I was like, does that mean my appointment won't happen? Or because I'm like trying to prepare I'm girding my mental loins basically is what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to think like, okay, well, shift and pivot, what are we going to do? Like, do I need to cancel my appointment then? Or like, can I still go, but it may or may not happen? I don't know. What are we doing? And he was like, no, he's like,
Hey, gang. Can y'all hear me? Okay, there she is. Sorry
Hello.
for the blue screen of death there. I don't know. I guess you can
Sorry,
hear me.
everybody. Yep.
Okay.
We can-
Anyway, sorry about the blue screen of death. Tech issues. So,
Yeah,
all right.
for some reason the app kicked me out again. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, you're back in, and
Yep.
I am. Okay. All good. All cool.
Mhm.
Did Anita
Thank
ever
you.
say where she was at?
No, but I thought that she said like on my messenger, I think she said that she was in the hospital still. Hold on, let me look real quick.
We a hot mess tonight. Between your screen and mine. We're just, hey, we're having a diamond painting party in the dark.
Right? Oh, sorry. I know I went to the other screen. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
That's okay.
I forget. Yeah, she said, like, as of 3 o'clock today, my time, she said potassium is low and still in hospital. So.
Okay, wait a minute. I found the volume. Okay. Try that again, honey. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said it's probably because I might have had my finger on my microphone. Basically, she said her potassium is low and she's still in the hospital at 3:15ish my time.
Good. I hope they keep her. I mean, I really do. I hope they keep her and you know they run every doggone test they can on her. Make sure that she's good to go and she's got everything that she needs. I did talk to her yesterday. I haven't heard from her today. I did video call her yesterday and you know, told her that she was in the best place in the world to get as much help as she needed. So, you know, she just had to ask for it. But all right, baby. Hello everybody. Goodbye everybody. I love you guys. I'm going back to work. I'm in putty hell. But that's okay. You guys are gonna love every second of it, cause well, you might hate me and you might love me, but I'm gonna drop everything as soon as the sale ends, which if I'm not mistaken, it's either the 24th or the 26th of this month. And I have got like, oh gosh, I wish I could pre-record or pre-post these like you can with YouTube, you know, and have it automatically go on, but you can't. So you got to hand do each one of them. But when the sales ends, and see, that's why I've been kind of MIA the last couple of weeks, is because every day I'm making one or two new putties. I got new products, new items. You know, I'm just literally gutting down the website and gonna redo it, but I can't do it until the sale ends. Right. The sale was only supposed to run 1 month, but due to the economy and bills and everybody, and hey, I'm in the same boat y'all in. I figured I'd let it go one more month. That way y'all could get whatever it was that you wanted and get it on sale.
Right. That
I know of. Nothing is going nowhere. Thank you, Red, for showing confetti carousels. Hugs, Mother.
Yep,
I
Mother
love you
says
too,
hugs.
Nancy. It's probably cooler there. Here, what is it? It's 80 right this minute, but it was like 97 earlier today. But anyway, hi, Diamond Painting Gammy. And everybody that missed. Hi, guys. All my guys that are in here. Huh? I can't hear you.
I think they might mean it's cooler in the hospital.
Oh, definitely. Mystery did not. Mystery has multiple monitors like I do, and I am on his hot. Well, I call it a hot mess, but he calls it his. And he's got a monitor, and we didn't even know it had sound, and that's where your coming across is. But
that's funny.
I can just barely hear you. But anyway, when I seen it, the blue screen of death, it was like, okay, where'd she go? Where'd she go? We can't have crickets and we can't have blue screens of death.
Right.
So
I didn't fat finger nothing. I'm just saying. So Erin and Nicole both say hi, and Gammy is giving you hugs.
Hi, and hugs back, Gammy. I love you guys. And I am working hard for everybody. I have not gone nowhere. I am still here. I'm behind. You might as well say I'm like the Wizard of Oz. I'm behind the curtain.
Yeah,
but you know, if any of you guys need me, all you gotta do is message. I'll come running. You know that. But just because you don't see me on Saturday Night Live for a little while doesn't mean that I've gone anywhere. Okay. So it's just that I'm busy and I've only got so much room on my plate, you know, for so many things. So I've been trying to be that horse with blinders on and focus. Me and my focus has been fighting. So
yep.
But anyway, I love you guys. I'm off. Red, I trust you completely. I have full confidence in you, and you are doing a fantastic job. So everybody, I love you guys to death. Stay cool. If anybody hears anything from Anita, pass it around. Hi, Will. Kisses. Yes, back at you. I'm incognito, and Mr. E don't have a picture up here yet. But anyway, so love you guys, and I'm going back to work. So, and thank you, Red. Please know how greatly appreciated you are. And let's all wish Anita, prayers and love and hugs. And she's my big toe, and we love her to death, and we miss her. And, but right this minute, she's in the best place that she needs to be, where she is getting some help, and she's getting medical help, and she is in AC. You know, and the puppy dog's being taken care of, so all is good. How does past Wednesday for my order? What? Well, hi, Nyxs.
Yeah, Will had a video basically of his order that he made.
Oh, thank
like
you.
Like an unboxing.
Message me the link, darling. So anyway, love you guys. So this is my 5-second pop in. Well, it's more like 5 minutes. Y'all know me. I can get in here and start rattling. I was listening to Red for a little bit, and it's like, oh yeah, she's got this. She ain't even took a breath. All right, if anybody can step into my shoes, it's her, because she ain't took a breath either. That's that ADHD for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, I love you guys. Will send me the link, and thank you, Nicole. Hello. And yes, she has. I totally agree. I have full confidence in her, and you know, she is doing a fantastic job. If there has been any issues, it's on our end because we're trying new software. And we almost went with this software in the very beginning, but it's huge. It's like for major conference calls and stuff like that. It was just really too big for what we needed. But StreamYard has been flip-flopping around and up with the prices and down with the prices and adding this, and you know, and it was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Right. You know, so we went back to this one, and it's easier and it's simpler. It's just we got to work out the kinks and the bugs. So but Red is doing fantastic, and any blue screens of death or crickets y'all hear is due to software issues, and I deeply apologize. So anyway, I love all of you, and thank you for being here. And please leave those thumbs up. And Red will be doing a wheel for a whip. Those of you that have codes coming, sorry that you have not got them yet. You are going to get them. However, I cannot type when I can't get to my keyboard and I got putty in my hand.
That's so true.
Think of baking bread. Okay, you got, you know, bread hands, and yeah, I'm not typing on a $300 keyboard with putty on my hands. So I have not forgot you guys, and everybody will get their codes. It's just that I had crap piled up on my keyboard. I couldn't get to it. So anyway, I love you. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Red, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
TTFN. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, how do I get out of here? Out. Somebody let me
or just click mute. That works too, but
let me out. No, I done clicked mute one time tonight and showed my ugly mug, but I fixed it really quick. Hilarious. Okay. Hide on.
Oh, there we go. You did the thing. You're good. All right, I'm just going to check whips to make sure that I labeled everything. I'm pretty sure I did, but I just want to make sure oops. Okay.
Whips, I double checked, made sure that the count was right. You're good on that, and I also closed it.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure if you knew how to do that or not, and I figured that I'd catch you in the middle of the week and show you how to do that, because it's really easy. So anyway, I think we had like 17. And you were the last one that submitted. So, but you're good to go. So whenever you want to do the wheel or whatever is fine. Like I said, please don't treat this like a job. This is just girls' night and guys' night. Everybody hanging out, you know, having a good time.
It's people.
So, yep. Woo. All right. I'm out. Love you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye again.
Oh, okay. So yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Literally, it just kicked me to the curb, video-wise, and then when I tried to rejoin, it was like, oh, you don't need any video. I was like, yes, I do. Hi, April. How's it going? Just sitting here chatting about my garden and basically what happened this week, and whatnot. And so yeah, I think we could do the wheel, because I got 18 thumbs up and I got 13 people watching, and we've already been on an hour and 46 minutes. I've been yapping, so you know, thanks for everybody listening. I really appreciate you, because I was a little bit nervous coming on by myself tonight, but I think it's been okay, other than the few glitches we've had, but we recovered pretty quick, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So hopefully it'll keep going okay. So and I got I'm gonna just basically do the same thing as I did last time, and I'll swap my camera to where on my phone it's got the back camera going, and then I'll show the iPad that way for the wheel. If everyone's down with that. I think that worked out okay in the past. So let me do. Okay, come on, wheel, come on up now. Get that off of there. And then swap my cameras around. I don't want to stop the camera. Come on now. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just do it like this. Yes. Haha. Okay, so I think you guys can see I've got 17 numbers on there. And I'm going to do the shuffling. Oh, I'm going to turn up the volume so I can actually hear what I'm saying a little bit too. Gotta find the shuffle button. Oh, here it is. Okay, now I know why Anita has such an issue finding it when it's big. I think you can see that it's changing around. I'm gonna shuffle a bunch of times. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Lots of shuffle. Okay, and then going to spinny spin spin. Ah, here we go. Spinny spin spin spin. Who's gonna be the winner? Who the winner? Who the winner is? Number 5? Yep, I can read backwards, yeah. Okay, come on, take the picture. Take the picture. Okay, come on. Picture. Okay, finally took the picture of the 5. Okay. And then I'm sorry, it's gonna go to black screen for a minute. I'm very sorry about that, but I'm gonna go look on the group who is number 5, because I cannot remember. My brain is not that great. But I also need to get the picture, so. Ugh, not Messenger. Go away. Okay, come on to Facebook. Let's see who the winner is. Lovely winners. Come on. Oh, there we go. Phoenix Fantasy. Come on. Look. Clicking, clicking, clicking. Doobie, doobie, doo. Okay. Huh. I can't. Okay, there we go. Commenting. See who number 5 is. Put it on all comments. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. So, okay, number 5 is Beth Pettis? Pettis? Pettis. I can't show you that, but if y'all go click on comments under that post, the post that's been closed for whips, you can definitely see that Beth had Garden Wolf by Michael David Ward from Dreamer Designs. Really pretty wolf with pink flowers is what's being revealed so far. So congratulations to Beth. Beth P is what I'm going to say, so I don't keep butchering her last name. Congratulations, Beth. But like, I had to get on the Facebook on my iPhone, so I can't show you for that reason, because I don't, wait, Oh, maybe it'll let me share? Hold on. I did on my laptop, but for some reason on here it does not. Oh, nope, I only get to share the link. Boo. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. But I can also post that in the group later if you all want to see that for verification. If you would prefer to see it, just let me know in the comments and I'll make sure that I post the picture so that y'all can see along with the number 5 thing. But definitely mucho congratulations to Beth. You get a $25 coupon code. Well, $25 to spend at Nyx's Notions, and Nyx will send you a code for that so that you can use it in your Etsy cart when you're checking out, so that it'll make it take $25 off your order, and that does not cover shipping. So if you want to use all 25 at once, because you can't split it up between orders either. Okay, knowing this from experience. And if you do it this month while she's on sale, it'll still use the original price. It unfortunately doesn't give you the sale price of the item, which would be really cool, but Etsy doesn't let you do that. Wouldn't that be sweet? Which would be really cool, but Etsy doesn't let you do that. Okay. And congrats to Beth. And Beth, you have 7 days to claim that coupon, that $25 coupon code to Nyx's Notions. So, and contact Nyx or me or Anita, and then we'll get you over to Nyx to get your coupon code. Okay. Well, preferably don't contact Anita this week if we can avoid it, folks, because we want to give her the break she really needs so that she can heal and rest. Okay. So yeah, preferably contact me or Nyx so that way she can heal. If you do contact Anita, contact her about thoughts and prayers, please. And positive thoughts, please. No picking at her this week, please. I know a lot of us don't pick at her, but certain people do, so that's the only reason I'm putting it out there. I'm showing y'all some love. Thank you for the hearts. I do like the love. Thank you. So anything else y'all want to talk about? I mean, we could talk about mental health if you want, or we could just wrap it up. I mean, I'm cool with whatever. Don't forget about the Nyx's Notions 20% off sale, everybody. Everything in the store is 20% off except for that mystery putty box, because it is a steal, like an amazing freaking deal. So aw, thanks Nancy, appreciate you too. And everyone's love and support is very, very appreciated, so thank you. What's everybody working on diamond painting wise right now? I mean, I know that Muttnuts was working on Mary Morgan. I'm working on, if I can find it. Oh, I'm like, hello. Like a pop-up, like, hello. But I'm working on these little sun catchers right now. Not as cool as some people's that they're working on handcrafted ones that look really awesome. Oh, I don't know where my other gnome I was working on must be in the pressing area. But like these are the type of little sun catchers I'm working on, like butterflies. Like this one's just going to be a plain butterfly. It looks like, I mean, plain's a strong word. It's actually mostly crystals and then black drills for the outline. Oh, night Sandy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, come on now, stop that. Hope you sleep well, Sandy, and get some good rest. Thank you, Gammy, for thanking me for hosting. I appreciate you. And thanks everybody for saying night to Sandy, giving her well wishes. Erin said she's working on Gemini from DAC. I saw that. That was a very nice diamond painting. Still waiting on drills for your mystery kit. Oh man. And I did a cute bookmark with the kids at the program on Thursday. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I work on these like when I'm at appointments, like, you know, like basically sometimes I'll try. I mean, sometimes I try to work on them on the access bus too, but that doesn't work out the best because like sometimes they hit some pretty brutal bumps. Like, and I don't know if anybody else did this on the school bus like I did when I was a kid, but like, you know, you do the little frog jumper thing where you get up where you're not just sitting on the seat, but your feet are on the seat and they're folded, or like, you know, underneath you, so that like when they hit a big bump, you go woo like a frog. Oh, looks like Muttnut hit the wall too, so she's gonna go. Night, Muttnuts. Thanks for joining us and working on your stuff. Yep, Nancy's in sun catcher mode. That's who I was thinking of. Was working on those really cool sun catchers. I saw those on the whips. That was really awesome. Said she put down a couple drills the other day, but most of the sun catchers, mostly working on sun catchers right now. April said she did the jumps on the bus. They're fun, right? Sometimes you get some, because like I lived on dirt roads, and man, you can get some really big freaking, you know, jumps out of some of those pothole ruts, or the ones that are like washboards. It makes it a lot more doable when you're doing it like that. Okay, let's see. Gammy says, Fixer Uppers, they changed name to Found Love in a Frosty Place after I purchased it, though. Love in a Frosty Place? That's interesting. Nicole's working on Diamond Dots butterfly coasters. Oh, cute. Nice. Did you post those, Nicole? I don't think I saw those. You know, y'all can post whatever you're working on. It doesn't have to be a diamond painting in the whips posting. I know I forget to post a lot too, honestly. Like the only reason I put it on there last was because I was like, okay, sweet. let me go ahead and I'm reminding myself as I number to put my thing in, right? But I just started doing the numbering like Friday, so that's also why. And today. Let's see. Diamonds by Will says he's not diamond painting right now. I'm building a Halloween book nook that I got from Michael's. Ooh, please post that on the whips. I want to see that, Will, please. And Nicole, please post your pretty butterfly coasters and anything that y'all are working on that you want anybody to see that you're proud of or just want to put out there in the world. Please post it under the whips. I would like to see them. I will probably be numbering this week. And then Anita will probably take it up once she's feeling better. Oh, I mean, Anita will pick it up once she's feeling better, I'm sure. Because that's her thing. I'm just standing in for her right now. Let's see what else. Erin says one of the kids took 4 colors for the mini partial canvases and mixed them all up, but the other 30 participants were good. Oh, I mean, I hope that kid wasn't too frustrated, but they might deal really well with chaos and it works out for them. I mean, I had to figure out how to deal with chaos a lot as a kid because of all my clumsiness. So, let's see. And then a lot of folks wishing Muttnut good night. And then, and then Gammy added that diamond painting she's working on is 2020 for Mandy Manzano. Oh, wow. That's an older kit for sure. Oh, okay. Gotcha. You're still kidding him up there, Nicole. My bad. And thank you. Yes, Nicole said she would post it. And then Gammy says, working on early stash to catch up to this year's. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I've always wondered that. It's like if you're working on, because this kind of came for me too when I've had a kit that was even a couple years old, because all of mine that I was working on are at least 2 to 3 years old at a probably 3 or 4 now actually, years old. And because I haven't bought anything from DAC since they switched to that new toolkit design with the new trays and all that stuff and the twist and pick and stuff like that, I haven't tried any of those because I haven't bought from DAC since then, because they keep selling out all of the things so fast that I do have on my wish list. And then like apparently I keep liking too many of the things that are not like bestsellers. So like I've noticed, especially if it takes a little while for that first round that they printed to sell out, like they're archiving that design like as soon as it's done then, because I guess it didn't sell like they hoped it would. It's all I can extrapolate from that. So, you know, because like I kept forgetting to buy that Peggy Collins, the Paradise, Trip to Paradise or something. I can't remember what it's actually called. It's like the one with the little VW bus at the bottom left-hand corner, and then it's got like this amazing colorful sunset and like landscape. That one came back in stock last week, and Anita did let me know because she's been watching out for me, thankfully. Very kind of her to do. But I was like, I kept forgetting my coupon codes at home, and like every time I would remember to put it in, because I had the canvas in my cart, I would be at like the VA or somewhere out and about, and then I would completely forget to get it when I got home. You know, by then it's already out of my brain because I've been doing so much type thing. So I did miss out on that again, but I'm like, oh well, I probably shouldn't have bought it at that point anyways, because I thought my niece was coming in July. Well, I thought she was coming earlier. Who knows when she's actually coming at this point, because she hasn't told me. She was supposed to buy her tickets on Tuesday, but she has yet to text me this week to tell me when or what the heck, because I'm supposed to give her information on how to get the light rail at the airport and ride it up to Northgate so that she doesn't spend like $100 on an Uber coming from the airport, because I can't go drive and get her. I mean, it's 20 miles from the airport. I'm 20 miles from the airport, and so it would be 20 miles to the airport, 20 miles back. So even if I had my aide do it, that's literally almost half my miles for the month for one little trip. And so I brought that up with my niece, and she agreed that no, saving money and doing and plus the light rail is very fast, and it brings you right up there to Northgate. Like, yeah, you have to stop at some stops, but it's pretty quick. Like the big terminal stations for stops are few and far between. So, and then she'll get to also see some stuff along the way that she might not get to see otherwise. So it's not bad. And I doubt she'll bring very many bags because she knows that I can't deal with scent or chemicals. So she hopefully won't bring things to contaminate. So yeah. But anyway, okay. And then Erin said, my brain said, you think? I just had to say it's okay. We're just going to move him away from the projects, right? Yeah, so he doesn't accidentally chaos up the other trays. Poor kid. Yeah, they did discontinue a lot. Okay, I mean, they sure did. Yeah, I think like more than half of my wish list was archived. Well, I had it under my favorites, and then they, for some reason, that used to be the wish list, and then now they have it a little differently. So I moved everything that's actually in stock to my wish list, so that I guess if someone asks for my wish list, I figured then I could give it to them or whatever. But it kind of keeps it separate in my brain, because it's like these are the active ones that we're looking for, and these are like the ones that if I find them in a stash group from an unscented home, and they don't have Glade plugins and all the other toxic chemical fragrance things and it's still sealed in the box, then I would definitely be a lot better off with it. But otherwise, if it's something I absolutely freaking love and just absolutely want it so bad I can't stand it, then I would just, like air it out outside quite a while and spray it down probably with an essential oil that I can tolerate. So, but I know that they are trying to probably create low numbers too, so that they make sure that they sell them out, every time, so that they don't have a ton sitting around the warehouse for so long. Because I mean, I know space is at a premium and you pay for that space, right? But just the amount of FOMO they create with that really sucks. But I don't let them get me with that, because I'm just not participating in that actively. And I think that's probably why I don't look at what they have coming up for sale each week, because I'll look like for like a couple weeks together to see what came out, and see what I want to put on my wish list, but I don't really try to put a ton on there, so. Other than like, I just put ones on there that I know that I absolutely would hang on my wall and I would love to do, or has, you know, some significant meaning kind of thing. So, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So I think we're at 2 hours and 6 minutes though. I think that I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to let you guys go. So I think I've held you captive long enough. And I hope you all have a good weekend. Well, you know, we're already halfway through it, but I hope you have a good Sunday. Oh, that's funny. My niece is texting me just now. I'm like, wait, was she watching the live? Maybe she was. I don't know. Anyways. Not like I wouldn't say that stuff to her face either, so hey. But anyways, so y'all have a good night, and I hope you have a good Sunday and a good rest of your week. I mean, for the week ahead, I hope it goes well and smoothly, and I hope Anita heals well, and she gets the treatment she needs, like I've been saying, and that she comes back to us next week, you know, feeling a lot better. Because I'm not sure that I'll be on next week, because I want to buy a ticket to a book talk that is on for next Saturday, so we'll see. But I wish everyone a great week, and I wish you all the peace and positivity, and I hope everything goes well, and be kind to yourself so that you can pour your cup into others and be kind to them. Pay it forward in some way. Even tiny little ways help. So, you know, if you see an animal that needs some water, give it some water. Put out a little bee bath, or a squirrel, you know, like a little squirrel and raccoon drinking pool, because they're just going to get in your bee bath anyway, or your bird bath. And with that, I'm going to go. Have a good night, everyone. Mwah. Bye-bye.